that every athlete needs to know how to take care of themselves. That's most important. As a healthcare practitioner, I don't want to go home with the responsibility for anyone's health on my hands. I want to help each person understand what's going on with their body and give them tips and tools and tricks so that they can take care of themselves. I think that's knowledge is power. So self-massage is key. The two ways we can best utilize self-massage is one for injury recovery, sort of a rehab situation, maybe not so bad that you'd have to go to the doctor and the physical therapist, but nonetheless something that's been a little chronic and you want to make it go away. So we can use the stick massager as a rolling pin type of a massager that's really good for big broad muscles, and we can use a simple tennis ball to get into trigger point work, and that can be leaning up against a wall to get specific trigger points. And when we do that, the trigger, you find a tender spot and you just lean into it, and it's gentle but firm. The pressure should be no more than a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, where it kind of hurts good, but you don't want it to stop. And it should be no longer than about 2 minutes on each spot, because we can overdo the massage to the point where you're rubbing so much it becomes irritated on that spot. So you want to make sure that you're getting just enough to move the blood, to relax the muscles, but not so much that you're creating irritation. Two or 3 times a week is just barely enough. It can sometimes be twice a day. Can be really beneficial. For recovery massage, if you simply had a hard workout and you want to enhance your recovery, that can be just immediately post-event, within the first 24 hours. From my experience and 12 years of working with athletes, if I can get to an athlete and do a recovery massage within 24 hours of their event, it either stops or prevents the soreness. If we wait over 24 hours from the event and the soreness is already set in, it usually isn't going to be removed by a massage. So this is the stick massager. It's just a rolling pin, and really it's easiest and most obvious to get to your own legs. This is a nice pace to use for flushing the muscles after a hard event, or a hard workout. It's also very good for the calf. Again, calf tightness relates to shin splints and plantar fasciitis. So if we keep our calves loose, we keep our legs healthy, we can get to our shoulders. Tennis ball against the wall and just lean into it. And you go above the bone of the thigh right here, but below the waist. There's a little meaty spot right in between that relates to IT band tension and low back. So working into that area, you can find one spot and lean a little bit more firmly into it. It gives you more control of your body weight and your pressure than if you do it against the floor. Also use the tennis ball to work on your back, kind of like a bear scratching his back against the wall. You put the tennis ball just in the right spot, and then you can move up and down. Use a softball if you need a little bit more pressure rather than a tennis ball.